I hope you're ready because it's time to ask the age old question of what are you listening to? And of course, it's that all new punk. We are here today with another three set lists of 5 songs each, 15 songs total. And I think it's just basically like, let's just jump right in, No use for kind of palling around or explaining it. If you're new, I think you'll get the vibe of what we're doing immediately. So here it is. Let's start off with Dark Summer by a band called Ceremony. First time listening to them on this show. Oh, immediately off rip, they've got nice voicings in the music or in the chords, but also the panning of the instruments. The two guitars are like hard panned on either side, and the drums are a little less like. Hang on, I gotta try and talk in front of my mic. The drums are usually kind of like this, almost like dead center with a little bit of range, but they're more like that. It's almost a full 180 degrees of drums. Really kind of makes it sound like a larger space than it is. Yeah, I agree. Like the vocals aren't like bad, but there's not a lot to write home about on them. They're just sort of very, I don't know, man. They're just there. It's more like talk sing than like actual sing. But it's not like a deterrent necessarily, at least for me. But the guitar and the drums, we were talking about a little bit, like already the mixing of how they have everything done in this mix is quite nice, and I like the the structure of what they're doing with the guitar a lot. It's got a lot of wiggle ability, a lot of sway. Worm. Yeah. If this was WBRP, that would definitely be the category that I would put for this song. This is definitely like California coast. The sun is setting. You got a surfboard hanging out of the back of your convertible. One arm on like you're driving like this style. Oh, wait, you can't see me. I'll try and do it in reverse. You know, on a Before I jump into the next song, got a quick question. Minnie, did you just know that it was time? Or earlier, I said to Anapa, I'm sending you a psychic link. I was like, if you're out there, tell Minnie it's time. How did you know? I went, it's time for the songs. I sensed it in my bones. There was a disturbance in the force. That makes sense. Speaking of a disturbance in the force, Jack Torrance was a disturbance in the force. And that's the name of this next song by a band or perhaps an artist by the name of Zeke. Holy shit. It's short. Wow, that was it. Only a minute long. Personally, I think like the type of shouting that's in it, while it does like kind of fit, it's not my type of vibe. I feel like musicality wise, I feel like there's a lot going on that I do like. Especially for a short song. If you're going to give me a song that's a minute or less, I love when an entire, like a full 1 minute song is just like, bam, like if it's really there, you know, it's either got to be like a super, perfect little ballad intro to another song, or it needs to be short, sweet, and just balls to the wall. But Minnie is saying 5, and Maggie said no, and that's all she said. But to me, that's a Maggie vote for 5. Just kidding. I'll put it back to 5. All right. Well, I'm excited about this one. My hopes are high. The first 2 bands were brand new to the show, but this one needs no introduction, although it does because that's how the show works. But this is the Menzingers. They have a new album out today, and this is the opening track from that. This is Everything I Ever Saw. No, sorry. Not the opening track. It is the closing track. I'm sorry. We heard the opening track a few weeks ago. This is the closing track on the newest album by the Menzingers. This song is Everything I Ever Saw.
Born with a bad memory. What a fatal flaw. I wish I could remember
Greg Barnett, my God.
everything I ever saw. I take the good with the bad, the happy with the sad. Every stranger's face that's walked on by. 'Cause at the end of our days there's signs in our windows. Store closed and everything must go. Oh, well, well.
Ooh.
I don't wanna relive, I just wanna remember. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't wanna relive, I just wanna remember everything I ever saw.
I like that rhythm. Man, okay. A lot to love about this one. I feel like there's already, I mean, like the classic elements of just what makes a Menzingers song a Menzingers song. It's so simple, but the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 4 being a held out, da, 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 right? Like you have like a brief pause, like hold in on things, and the way they build up to like going to the higher pitches for the chorus, and that little yeah 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 is very fun. And then you have that kind of what we were talking about for that first song, that like driving on the coast during the sunset, like ethereal guitar noodling over top of the more like kind of, chugging along bits to kind of keep the song driving. Here's their breakdown though. I feel exactly like this emote that Dane has posted. The speed in which that emote claps its hands is so freaking funny to me, though. Ooh, that like kind of hurt my forearms to do that, because I don't think I was really using my wrist to do that. I was like physically shoving my hands together. Not the smartest way to do that. Anyway, Menzingers. Minnie is saying 2. Do we have any objections for better or for worse? Because if not, we'll be moving on to song number 4. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. This is 73 Summers by the band Riley. I don't think we've heard this band before, but there is something about seeing an exclamation mark at the end of a name that does make me kind of feel like perhaps we have seen this band before. I don't know. Anyway, this is Riley with 73 Summers. A lot of noodling tonight, it seems.
Screamed out my lungs, all of heaven recoiled at the sound. With God's greedy hands, that lucky son of a bitch has you now. What I'd give to be half the man that you used to be. Coffee in the morning and old western on TV. That sadness you carried, was it buried with you? Are you able to rest? Did you kill off the weight, or when you left it follow you into your grave? Did you leave it
Okay. This to me is almost the like perfect example of one of the things that I hate about 2010 pop punk. And that is like the super whiny, I'm still going through puberty voice. Everything is a scoop. There's so many like voice cracks. Everything. It's too much. I'm going to be honest. Like my thing is like, I don't think that any of that is ever natural. I think that's the main reason why I don't like it. It always feels like I'm putting on like accent and I'm putting on a voice, right? Like they're putting on like a performance, but like not one that I necessarily want. And then you can hear it in the background, but the shouting, it's like, it wasn't a phase, Mom. I'm still yelling. It's just too much. Too much. So, okay. Recently, in the Bug and Moss community, one of the things that we've been doing on Thursdays is we've been getting together and doing a watch party of America's Next Top Model because Moss has never seen a single episode of it. On the flip side of that, Bug has never played Portal. So, they put those two things together. We watch the two episodes online. We then come all together to their Twitch chat, and we talk about those episodes. And Bug plays through Portal for the first time. In the episode that we watched yesterday, on July 16th, 2026, we watched an episode where they all went in for acting lessons, right? And they're like, this is acting. And everyone was kind of sitting there looking at this and going, not really, though. Like, this isn't actually act. Like, you're just having people cry and telling them that it's acting. Like, you have to actually understand emotion, vulnerability, openness. Just because you can cry while you say something doesn't mean the actual emotion is in the thing. Anyway, it's this whole thing. The whole point, though, is that they went through this whole exercise and was like, this is not real. This is not a real performance. This is a bad thing to teach people. And that's exactly how I feel about the vocals in this song. It is like someone sat there and went, no, if you want to be angsty, you have to sound like you're still in high school. Like you're in your freshman year. Like you just left 8th grade and you still like the girl from down the road, but you don't have a driver's license yet. So you still have to ride the bus to school every day and still somehow impress her. And so the way they do that is by going, it's something, it's words now. Lyrics are sung and everything hurts now. I'm going to school and my mom doesn't understand. Like that's every song. That's every 2010 song. It drives me nuts. Why can't I sing about another girl now? Like, it's just like every song sounds like that. Every song has that melody. Probably not really, but it feels like it. Anyway, I would probably put that at 5, personally, but I'll put that at 4. Minnie hasn't spoken up, but I'm going to feel confident and say that I'm putting that at 4. Anapo saying for you. Again, listen, the 2008 kids in high school can enjoy that song. 2026 Colin M. Parker does not. Anyway, that means that by default, number 1 is the song Hear Me Out by Olive Vox. Drums. Bass. Good bass. Damn, sorry. I kind of let that song go for quite a while before I commented on it. I actually kind of like this as number one. I like this song. This is a good vibe, I feel like. Pretty decent vocals, but like the bass is really solid. Drums are great. I like the like backing vocal, like group chatter, chant type thing going on here in this like little post-chorus section. It's pretty good. Don't have a lot of notes for it. I just like, is this a brand new band? No, they've been around for, no, wait, hang on. Show all. No, they're a brand new band. They've not been around for that long. Oh, no, just kidding. They've been around since 2021. My bad. I guess that's still somewhat new because it's a lot of like, there's a lot of singles in there. And they've got a EP coming up in 62 days. Okay. But that song is going to be one of them. So we already know one of the 6 songs on Trace It Back. But there you have it. That is set list number 1. I do think personally, I maybe would have done this. I may have also done that. I also could have been okay with this. But this is where we left it at. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. It's like two sets of those songs, like I could see swapping around a little bit. And if not, that's fine. All right. Up next set list, we have a song called King Death by a band called Evil Island. Yeah, man, this is Maddencore. I really don't like those vocals. Like, by like a big way. But overall, like this really is, like I said, this would have been on a Madden soundtrack. They would have been making you learn how to do a route with a tight end during an audible during this in some sort of training camp. Or Phil Simms would be like, they're 3rd and 10 down on their own 20. If they can't get someone going here, it's going to be a punt. You know, like, it's just, I can hear it in my mind's, I can hear it in my mind's eye. I can see it. And I can do both in my mind's eye. Like, there's some really cool aspects of this song, but also a lot to be desired. I mean, I don't know, man. 5, maybe a 4. We might have faith that there's something worse, but we also might have faith that that's the worst. Anpa saying 5. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of with you on that. Like, it's so tough having a song that, like, if I took the vocals out, I would be absolutely jamming my butt off to. You know what I mean? Because musically, that had so many cool elements in it. But then they're like a little chihuahua going to town, and I'm like, nah, I can't. But you know what I can or can't or won't is I won't surrender, like Millington. Not my best transition, but it's one that I have. A little clap. Oh. Oh. All right, man. Yeah. It's going to be a difficult challenge for Millington to lose me. You know what I mean? Millington is one of those bands that really does take like multiple genres and mash them together all under like an umbrella of ska, and it just kind of works. Like, I don't super love the like shouty stuff, but like of the bands that I have heard do it, it's not my least favorite, if that makes sense. It's rare where I go, all right, come on, you know, with them at least. But like, they've got real good depth in these instruments. Like this section here, crazy. Yeah, man. I mean, the guitars sound really damn good. The brass, I feel like, is not as heavy as it has been in the past, but they really did like turn up like the heft on the guitar on this one. So like that is like tougher because then they don't necessarily stand out as much. But there is a cool element of, there are a few moments in there where like the guitar and the horns are literally in the exact same frequency range, and they become one sound for like a brief moment, and it becomes like this really like dense tone, and it's really cool. My thing is I love Millington, but like, yeah, I'm kind of feeling a 2. Like, I love Millington. It's not my favorite song of theirs, but it's not my least favorite. Okay, up next is Burn Me Out by Action Adventure. Huh. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. There is, I mean, yeah, a lot of China, as if it's a pretty heavy band, despite, like, I mean, it's kind of heavy. There's a little bit of, like, a post-heavy, like, kind of section here, or sound. I don't know. I mean, like, and it does kind of have, like, a post riff, this, like, right? That kind of quick little turnaround type thing. Some interesting vocal layering happening as well. I mean, it's got some interesting little factors, kind of adding up. There's some stuff that, like, does still kind of lean on, like, the 2010s sound, and, like, again, like, all these, like, post heavy, like, post punk or whatever. There's some stuff, like, again, kind of like I don't want to say it's false, but, like, it does feel like we're really pushing, which is, like, okay, I guess. It's not as egregious as the voice cracks. Some people do just naturally have darker vocal tones too, so. But then you have this. Wow. Like 3 different sections back to back that varied a lot. There was that China again at the very end of the song. So, man, that is hard. What's up, Adrian? How you doing? That one's tough. I don't know. Like, that could be 3. Doing the rounds? Hell yeah. Hope you're doing well. Was just thinking about you earlier today because we were talking hot dogs. And that always makes me think of Adrian. Hope you're doing good, big dog. I feel like you maybe would have liked that last song. But maybe if you're still here for a little bit, you might like this next one. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? We haven't heard it yet. This is a song called Hard Call by Good Terms. That's so funny. I was immediately thinking that this has like a Panic at the Disco type of vibe, and vocally, it's picking up on that, right? Where you have this like really quick little guitar lines, like really kind of getting into like a very like muted, quick pick, or quick rhythm rather. And then these like very radio centric, radio friendly type of vocals. I don't know.
I still have tickets for the plane to go out your way. I guess we should stay together till then. I'll skip the baggage claim, have to carry that weight. That's okay. There's never a good time for bad news, no matter how hard I try.
Whoa. That kind of out of nowhere slap bass fill was very unexpected. Oh, and now guitar solo. Sorry. Good Lord.
I'm not ready. I think it's time to make the hard call to cut it off. I'll stay steady. I think it's time to make the hard call. The hard call to cut it off. The hard call. The hard call to cut it off. The hard call to cut it off.
There was a lot going on there. Man, okay. Sorry, I feel like I'm kind of processing part of that song there. They like hit like 3 different genres, or probably more like 4 or 5, but like 3 different decades worth of music. You know? Yeah, my thing is not necessarily the exact type of music that personally I would seek out, but like real recognize real in terms of like production quality and musicality. Like there's a lot happening there. There's a lot of knowledge building that kind of thing up. Yeah, you know what? I'm not mad about it. That does mean though that by default number 3 goes to a song that I hope to God it sounds like the band Devo, because it is called Devolution of an Egg by the band Out, AUT exclamation mark. And it goes something like this. Yeah. That's Devo, baby. Oops, sorry. I meant to pull that down as a mixer. I just accidentally clicked on accident. Vocally, not quite as good as Devo, but it's got almost like a Violent Femmes type of sound. This song is 100% about Jurassic Park, though. I mean, as you can see, the artwork, it's probably hard to see, actually, because for whatever reason, when I put it up on this screen, it does get a little blurry. But it is, the artwork for this song is the little DNA strand from Jurassic Park. And again, it's like the de-evolution of an egg. The devolution of an egg. Even if the vocals are not quite as strong as Devo would have had, musically, for sure, I can feel the Devo aesthetic. And I'm into that. I do like Devo. I'm a weird sucker for Devo. So, there you have it. Okay. That one's fine. That one's fine. I'm not mad about this set list either. I honestly kind of think that Well, hello? Okay. Was exactly where I would have put things. Maybe I would have put Millington 1, but, it is what it is. Okay, last set of music here. We've got Distressing Tune by Feeble Attempt and Stephen Neufeld. Stephen Neufeld.
I'll sing for you now. I'm seeing your ears red. I'll scream and yell loud. It's all I have left. So much for humility. And playing coy with my needs. Hear my last wish on your porch steps. No matter how you take this feeble attempt, it's something that we made just for you. This song's my SOS call. I'm seeking soon. A bit of a mess became a message. Now I'm begging you to help me sing this distressing tune. I solemnly swear to tear it all.
This is so fascinating. And I'm assuming that this is because, since it is two different groups rather working together, that's where part of this comes from. I'm very fascinated by the very deep chunga sound effect of the main guitar line during the verses. But the drums and the vocals being so lighter and very early 2000s, late 90s, SoCal pop punk. But there's almost a little bit of a breakdown type sound within the way the guitars are adding a lot of heaviness and a little bit more distortion than the rest of the song is. Also very somewhat subtle, but also not super subtle. Lyric in there, clearly Stephen Neufeld writing or doing part of this, using the phrase Feeble Attempt as one of the lyrics when that's the name of the group that he is collabing with. Unless it's the other way around and Feeble Attempt just put their own name into the song, which would be interesting, but I guess, go for it. Pretty short song, though. I like that a lot, though. I kind of feel like the guitar in the first bit doesn't exactly fit, really, but overall, it's got the kind of energy of that, Mest, for example, kind of album, or a Sugar Cult back in the day. That's tough. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe 2. I'll give folks a second to 3. You know what? I'll say Minnie would. I'm gonna have faith. I'll have faith that we're gonna have some better ones, but also maybe some worse ones. Anyway, what might be better is Less Than Jake. We know him, we love him. Here's 61 Seconds, which is a song that is 3 minutes and 57 seconds long. So, not really 61 seconds. God, they know how to mix horns. Their horns sound so good these days, man. Oh my God, that is just so stupid good.
Without a word, I know what to say. If you stared at me, my eyes would refuse to stray. 61 seconds is all it takes for the 9 to 5 man to be more than 1 minute late. There's a clock on the wall, a mirror reflecting it all. Just remember this photograph. Wake up not knowing where I'm today. I don't drive the same car.
Let me tell you, dude. Roger Lima and Krista Make know how to blend their sound just so like flawlessly. The same way the horns are so well mixed, their vocals are mixed so smoothly. Um, I I mean, this is pure noise records nowadays, which is pretty cool, I think. But like, my God, like, I just feel like you don't get mixes this good anymore for any band. They really should be very proud of like their production quality because it's like just phenomenal. Oh my God, dude. Dude. Okay, I have a lot to say about this. The song's almost done, though. I'm going to let it fully run out. Okay. So, can I, before we vote, can I go over part of this song? And like, again, like I said, production quality, amazing. It's not even necessarily my favorite, like written musicality wise song, but like Less Than Jake just like has a sound and it just works every time. It's always like fresh and new, despite it being like their 100% bona fide sound. Let's go over these lyrics real quick because sometimes the new songs that come out from bands don't have lyrics already up. Like frequently there's no new information, right? Here's the lyrics of this song. Without a word, I'd know what to say. If you stared at me, my eyes would refuse to stray. 61 seconds is all it takes for the 9 to 5 man to be more than 1 minute late. There's a clock on the wall, a mirror reflecting it all. Just an image, this photograph, to wake up not knowing where I am today. Don't drive the same car. I don't live the same way. 61 seconds is all it takes for the 9 to 5 man to be more than 1 minute late. There's a clock on the wall, a mirror reflecting it all, just an image, this photograph. There's a space in a frame. Can you imagine a man with no name? I can, I can, I can. Then they repeat that second verse all the way through the, can you imagine a man with no name? I can, I can, I can. Then from there until the end, after they're done saying I can, I can, I can, it is 61 seconds of instrumentation. And as it fades out, you can hear the ticking of a clock. Man. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm just like glazing a band just because I like them. But like, this is one of those moments where like, I like what Less Than Jake brings to the table. It just always is like a good time, even when it's not like my favorite, new piece. But when a band puts in like effort and some interesting, like good lyrics, and then again has some like layers to the song, it's pretty good. And I'm a big fan of that kind of thing. Big fan of that kind of thing. Okay, the next song is called Find Your Fangs. Fangs, like teeth, by a band called Moonraker. Whoa.
Draw my blood like one of your French girls. Can't stand up for myself, I lack the proper credentials. Couldn't pick myself up, I couldn't pick up when you were calling. I just waited in the car like Michael Collins. Dress for the job that you want, not the one that you have. Well, apparently I wanna be a punching bag, not the one that you had for the one that you wanted. I guess I was dressed like a hostage, and I waited in the car like Michael Collins. Take the elegance, swallow that pill again.
The vocals are kind of like a common thing that we talk about on this show. The vocals are fine. The vocals aren't really blowing me away, like at all. The vocals are just sort of fine, you know? But the energy and like the tone and like the quality of production for the rest of the instruments is quite nice. But I just don't know if the vocals are good enough to get it into a number 2 spot. It may, unfortunately, fall to a 4 or, I mean, God forbid it fall to a 5, but it could end up being a 5. Who's really to say? Well, I mean, I guess we aren't, right? I just don't know if there's enough to really save. I don't know. Do we say 5 and hold out faith that the last 2 songs will be better? Yeah, I'm thinking so too. Yeah, I did hear that lyric. I was gonna comment on that in a second. Find your fangs and then having it, will you draw my blood like one of your French girls, is pretty funny. Can't stand up for myself. I lack the proper credentials. Can't pick myself up. I can't pick up when you were calling. I just wait in the car like Michael Collins. Who the hell? Michael Collins. Who the fuck is Michael Collins? I guess it could be 2 different people. It's either the Irish revolutionary leader, soldier, and politician who played a vital role in the struggle for Irish independence. But I don't see how that would have to do with the rest of those lyrics. Or it could be about the astronaut who flew Apollo 11. Oh, he piloted. Okay. Waiting in the car like Michael Collins. It is about the NASA astronaut because he flew Apollo 11 and he did not get to get out on the moon. He had to keep the command module, Columbia, in lunar orbit while Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin got to do the landing. So his legacy is often referred to as the loneliest man in the universe. He kept the spacecraft operational and ensured the safe return of the crew. I do like that they made that reference, which is honestly a pretty good lyric then, you know, if you know the context. But it's just so funny that we were both kind of like, who the hell is fucking Michael Collins? And then you read that and you go, actually, pretty good line. Anyway, it's still a 5. Sorry. All right, up next is The Drunk Confession by Travis Flores.
It's no surprise to me, I am my own worst enemy. 'Cause every now and then.
Sorry. Is that the start of the song? Which is the middle of another song? Hang on. I'm going to click the beginning of the last song and then just start the next song again. 1 second. Okay, here's The Drunk Confession by Travis Flores. Let's see if it is exactly what it was.
It's no surprise to me, I am my own worst enemy. 'Cause every now and then I kick the living shit out of me. Can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk? I didn't mean to call. Can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk? I didn't mean to call you that. The smoke is rising from the wreckage of my latest hunt. I'm crawling through the habitat. I wake up on the sofa with a pounding in my chest. My phone is full of messages I'm too afraid to check. I try to make a joke but it just made a giant mess. Now I'm digging through the pockets of my jeans to find a wreck. Every summer feels the same inside this local parking lot. Trading apologies for things I probably forgot. Can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk? I didn't mean to call you that. The smoke is rising from the wreckage of my latest hunt. I'm crawling through the habitat. Whoa, just to have it now.
Okay, so what I think is happening is they are taking a portion of the song My Own Worst Enemy and continuing the story. So, yeah, the fact also that they started in the middle of that song, they didn't even like fade into it. It just kind of like, yeah, and then it did it. And then they're like trying to, like, I guess, build upon the story of that song. So, like, when he's like, hey, I didn't mean to call you that. I didn't mean to call. I guess these are the things that he said on that call. I don't know, man. The concept of this is a little lost on me and not well executed. Four, though, right?
I didn't mean to call you that. The smoke is rising from the wreckage of my latest stunt. I'm crawling through the habitat. Can we forget about the things I said?
Honestly, I know the whole point is that we can't move things until like the very, very end. I almost feel like, in a way, this song is like disqualifying itself. I'm gonna be honest. I'm disqualifying this because I don't know if we can include this song out of good conscience. This is so. This is so poorly done that it just doesn't feel like a. It's using so much of the original. I don't know if I can really call this like an interpolation. And what the hell is happening at the end? Yeah, dog. No. Travis Flores. What the hell are you doing, dude? Travis Flores, whatever. Make stronger choices, I think. Anyway, that means that by default, number 2 is Fade Away by the band Entropy. Please, dear God, let this be a positive note to end on.
I saw your fall from grace. That sad look on your face. You always talk too much. I think you've lost your touch. Lost in the eye of the storm. Casting the day, you a bomb. Walking with blisters that you're on your feet. Losing the race and you start to cheat. When you know it's wrong, but you needed it to be right. And see the truth through any of your lies. When you know it's wrong,
Man.
but you needed it to be right. Can't see the truth through any of your lies. When you close your eyes, just don't see yesterday.
I got a comment on it. It's a letdown. I asked too much of the universe. I was like, please let this be fixed. Please let this be better. Ooh, you want to be better so bad. Ooh, you want to make my day. Okay. Like, in some of the other songs, at least sometimes you're like, oh, instrumentally, there's some really cool stuff. But it's like, instrumentally, it's just sort of there. And then I don't think the singer's really singing in the same key. Like, is he singing a different song over top of it? Like, it's just so off. It's just so not with the rest of the music. It's, honestly, it's making me upset. Like, it's like goddamn British people, dude. Did all of the good talent in Great Britain go only to like the Beatles and Oasis? And then y'all said, that's it. And they went, that's all we got. We gave it all away instantly. We've got another minute of this song. And I don't know what to do with another minute of this song. You know what? While it's playing out, I'll tell you this. This is where the playlist ended. I kind of want to do this because I still feel like number 4 was... No. Honestly, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I think that goes up. I think that's where this all ends up. And this hurts me to do and to say. But I think this is where we end. And I just think that that's just sort of... That's the way the cookie crumbles. I guess. I don't know, bro. That's all I got for you, I think. Anyway, you know what we can do, though? In order to end out this show and segment, as this song ends, is we can say, let's get one bonus song in and end on one Menzingers song that we didn't hear today that I had to pick from earlier.
You got a secret, you try to keep it all your life. Ain't helping no one, living in the run all this time. I know heaven ain't a place that you can go. All of your problems, I'm gonna say
Yeah, dude. So basically, typically we do for like new albums because people typically put out singles and stuff like that. We usually do 2 singles until the album comes out, and then when the album comes out, we do one final song from the album. But because we did one single back when the very first one dropped, and then the next 2 singles dropped during either like a WBRP week, and then I think also when I was on vacation. So we never came back and did a third song. So we actually only ever covered 2 songs from this album. And so I had to think earlier today, because again, I had to put these songs in the playlist without hearing them. I had to think about what songs was I going to potentially put in the playlist. But because it had just come out, like a lot of the numbers have not been, dictated. But this one did. So I was like, okay. Between Better Angels and Everything I Ever Saw, these 2 both have like confirmed track listings. So I will put in Everything I Ever Saw because it has more downloads or more streams. But Better Angels is starting to show some big numbers already. So I put that in as like a bonus and like a potential. Maybe I'll swap it out last minute. But yeah, while this isn't in the contending for like a ranking, it just makes me feel better to have something good to end on instead of fade away, which I wish would fade away forever. Which might be too mean, and I'm sorry. But sometimes you gotta say what you gotta say. Here's the Menzingers, though, to play us out. Goodbye, YouTube. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next week. Oh, actually, we won't see you next week. I'll be at Baseworks. But we'll see you in 2 weeks. See you in 2 weeks.